It's the Codependent Knitters from Sarnia. This is my friend Dawn.
This is my friend Lisa.
How you doing? So shock of shock, we're on episode 10 and we have how many subscribers?
398.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Yeah.
We are in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada.
Yeah.
And if you're just joining us, thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoy our podcast. And if you're returning to us, thank you so much for your support over the previous 9 episodes. And we do this for fun, and we have a lot of fun doing it.
Yes, yes.
So it's a knitting podcast with all kinds of other things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of other things, you want to hear about my adventure this morning?
Yeah.
I almost lost my cat.
Remember to speak up.
Oh, sorry.
I can tell you're quiet.
I almost lost my cat, which may not be a bad thing for my knitting.
He's an indoor cat.
But my husband has the heat so high, so I opened the windows and shut it off, and I'm thinking, I can hear him, wonder what he's doing. So I go, and he's actually had to turn his head sideways to get his head out the window, but because he had to turn his head sideways, he couldn't get the rest of his body out.
He was stuck? So there's no screen?
There's no screen. I took him out one. So I'm kind of, so I grab him and bring him back in the house and close the window, and then he looks at me like I'm the most horrible monster in the world because I closed the window, right? Yeah. So
Abby did that once to me in this room.
Oh yeah,
I didn't have a screen there.
And it's a low window here.
Yeah, and it was back when we first moved in,
Yeah.
and I was working, and the screens weren't in the spring, and so I looked, and she was on the outside of the window ledge, looking at me, like just out there sitting on the window ledge, looking at me.
Dude, how are you?
Yeah, which was I don't know if she would have gone anywhere, but there's a neighborhood cat that kind of roams around, and she doesn't like him. Yeah. So I don't.
Well, it's funny because he did that once before in the middle of the night. I could hear him whining, and I look out, and he's on the other side of the window. I'm thinking, oh, if I lose this cat, my daughter will be so mad. So yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, that was my excitement this morning. That's why I was a little late coming in. No
Did you notice
makeup.
anything different about me?
I was saying there's something different. Is your eyelashes?
Yeah.
Did you get eyelashes?
I went to.
Sorry.
Don't get too close. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the story. So I went to the Big Brothers Big Sisters craft sale, which is the biggest Christmas craft sale in Sarnia. And there was a lady there they're magnetic. So they're not permanent. There's just little strips, and they have a little micro magnet strip. So there's 2, and one sits on top of your lashes, and the other one goes under. And then they magnet together, and so they just pull off. And so they're and
very cool.
I know, kind of cool. She was wearing them, and she told me all about it. And she has there's different sets, so you don't have to go Kardashian. You can go more.
They're very subtle, because I noticed that when I came in. I'm like, oh, she did her makeup
I don't have
differently
eyelashes
or something.
It took me about an hour.
Oh, great.
To put these things on.
Poke my eye.
So you put your makeup on first, and you do put a little bit of mascara, because they don't do your whole lash.
Yeah.
So the only thing is, like, okay, if you have a good look, you can see them if you're really close.
If you're really that close.
So,
okay, that's as good as
sorry, but you can kind of. I didn't put them on very well. It's my first try. This one looks good.
Yeah.
But this one's kind of a little crooked.
That is so cool.
So they're just sort of like a half your eye, and it's kind of neat.
What will they think of next?
$35. $35, and if you buy more than one set, $30. Okay, so like the ones that they glue on your eyes. I don't know how much are those, like $150?
Yeah, they're pretty expensive.
A couple hours of effort, and you have to go back and get them.
But you know what? I can't do those because I rub my eyes too much.
I know.
With those, I could just take them off, rub my eyes, and put them back on. Such a waste of money, right? So, and I would love to do those. But you ever find the glued ones? Some people get them too long.
Well, some people go Kardashian, right? Like, not that there's anything wrong with Kardashians.
No. I can't stop looking at their eyelashes.
If you're not on a red carpet, you shouldn't look like to me. Like this is more, I mean, I wouldn't wear these every day. I just wanted to try them for this and see if I could actually put them on. But if you were going out, and if you don't, no one can get close to me. So don't wear them on a first date.
It's a good thing you're not a hugger.
Or a third date.
It's a good thing you're not a hugger.
It's a good thing I'm not a hugger. I know, I thought when my husband gets home from his trip, maybe I'll put them on and see if he notices. But anyways,
don't be heartbroken if he doesn't.
that's my story. So
Very
it's a good thing we started later this morning, because I was taking a long. Well, wouldn't have just put them on, but I was taking a long time doing that. So
okay. Knitting? You want to go knitting now?
I guess we should talk about it. I'm trying to think. I just saw her yesterday.
I know, last night.
Yeah, she came over we'll talk about why she came over, but she came over, brought dinner, yay, and
Yum yum.
and so I know I've seen her a lot this weekend, but not too much crazy has happened. It's been 2 weeks since we last podcasted.
And you know, I feel really bad because I have accomplished nothing.
You've been busy. You've had a you've had a busy life. Then let's talk about knitting. Finished objects. What have you got?
Here's a big surprise for everybody. And I'm not giving these away, and if you want them, too bad.
It's a very easy pattern.
I have one. This has been blocked, and it's mine.
It's just doubles.
Mine.
And these are in the Patterns Classic Wool.
It's on a 6.5 needle.
It's the Classic Wool worsted 6.5 needle.
And I've done these for a while. Not that, I would probably do them again, maybe with different colors or whatnot. But
yeah. And so a lot of people, we did a fall shawl knit along that just finished. And people did different variations. They got a double entry if you did this shawl. Mm-hmm. And she did 7 of them. I've done 2. And people are doing them in different colors.
You know what? They kind of remind me of that potato chip commercial. That you can't just do one.
You can't. That's what I said on my post yesterday. You can't. And you wear it, and everyone wants you to.
I love the cabin look too. So
yeah,
it's definitely me.
Yeah. So you did one in the the medium gray marl.
Yeah, and then the light.
And the light.
And my light's kind of nice.
The light's nice. The light is more like the actual sock.
Yeah.
So it's nice that they have this light gray. Mm-hmm.
So
and mine I did. You can see it just behind. I did it in just the charcoal, and then the cream and red. And
I also did the orange one that was blocked and
that was really nice.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah,
but that's about it.
Those are your 2 FOs.
I did wear this. I'm so happy that I can wear this.
This is a former FO.
This is like an old FO, really old. It's the
Is it a fisherman's ring?
No, it's the herringbone.
Herringbone.
Yeah, because that's
Can
the
you
right
take
side.
it off and do it up close of the stitch? Oh, okay.
Ready? Here I come. Doo doo.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's kind of neat, and it's actually an old Manos. I fell in love with the orange, which really shocked everybody because hey, it's not gray.
Yeah.
But I fell in love with it, and I bought it, and I didn't know what I was going to do. And
You've done orange. You did an orange sweater before I met you.
I like orange.
Yeah, well, that's good.
I do. I like orange. Yeah. So yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'm wearing Twindom. This is also a former FO, not a recent one. It's called Twindom, and I'm going to do another one. I love it. I'm doing one for a gift, but I love that. It's kind of a crescent, but it's got a different. You can see the eyelets, right? Can people see them? They kind of go from the middle out, so it kind of makes like pie-shaped wedges to get the shape. This took
I like that when they do
2 nights.
They do that kind of lace and really thick yarn. I think that looks kind of funky. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like different.
What happened was Boxing Day sale last year. Dale and I went to the Needle Emporium.
Yeah,
in
I remember
Ancaster, that. And I went there specifically for.
I stayed home.
She didn't come, but I went there looking for a ball of yarn that they had that was on sale, and I was hoping they would have a colorway. I needed more, and they had it. And then this was hanging on a mannequin, in this color, and it's.
You texted me that.
Blues and greens and purples.
Surprise.
It's more green than you would think for me, but it's very nice. And the yarn is Malabrigo Caracal. So you can use Rasta or Caracal or anything that weight. The Caracal is kind of a thick and thin.
I like it that it's got the thin wrap.
It's got a thread wrap around it, right? So Rasta isn't. Rasta's just the big 1-ply super fuzzy. And it gets, I've got a shawl done in it.
This doesn't have a ply. This isn't plied.
So it gets really fuzzy and pilly, and this one's starting to, but the thread wrap helps. And it's cool that it's thick and thin. So this is the same, different color, same yarn. Because I do have more yarn. I don't know if I'm going to make this in Caracal again. I have other yarn to make one for a gift. But this was on sale somewhere, so I picked up. Because I just really
more my color than yours.
It's very dark. It almost looks like Madeline Tosh Whiskey Barrel, but there's not as much brown. Yeah. But there's the gray kind of.
It's nice though. It's very pretty.
Very neat. This color is Pearl 10. This color, I don't remember, but I have a project page on Ravelry with the details because it was last year. So I've got what needle I used, probably like a 9mm.
Really 9? I would have used like a 10 or.
Maybe it was bigger. A 10 or a 12 might have been. I don't remember, but big.
Mine,
So I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm so glad it's cold enough to wear. I can wear it around the house.
I love this time of year because it's not too cold. I don't have to wear my big puffy jacket, but my toes get holes, so I wear my boots and all my knitted stuff.
I was cold on the weekend. Like -5 with the wind chill.
You big wimpy Winnipeg girl. Come on.
I know. The Manitoba is gone from me. The weather tolerance anyways.
Are you going to talk about that?
Yeah. So this is a hat I made for my son. And he loves it. He wanted to wear it. And I said, no, I have to show it. You can't wear it yet. So it's actually just a big tube.
Didn't we talk about this?
No. I just made it.
I know, but didn't we talk about the pattern?
No.
Didn't I tell you to?
Oh,
do
yeah,
the
not on the
opposite of what it
podcast.
says?
No.
No, okay.
Okay. So, yeah. So here's what's interesting.
So,
this pattern is not on Ravelry. It's a pattern I got in a kit. I won it as a door prize from one of the vendors at, I think it was Woodstock.
It was
2 years
Woodstock.
ago. So, it's just
Just
was
a
what
sheet
was
of paper.
Yeah. It's on the paper.
Those are the best ones. Those are the ones like Granny had.
I know. It's called Easy Striped Reversible Hat. There's no author. There's no like copyright, date, anything. I did look on Ravelry, and if you kind of search on reversible hat, tube hat, things like that, there are very similar patterns. And I can certainly, if anyone's interested, I will put the details in my notes on my project page of exactly, because I hacked it a bit. So what it calls for, like there's no ribbing, and it calls for you start at one end and increase, and then knit. And I could have made this just probably an inch longer because you're supposed to fold up the brim, and then decrease. You have to.
That's what it was.
Yeah. If you change colors, and it does look good with different colors. If you change colors, you have to weave in the ends as you go because you can't get back inside. Yeah. And then you just tuck it inside itself.
But you did it differently, right? Like
I was talking to you about
That's what it was. Yeah.
And she said, "Why don't you just do a provisional cast on, and then knit the other way?" I totally did. Brilliant idea. Just because I didn't want increases at one end and decreases at the other, even though you can't see it.
She likes it to look the same.
I like symmetry. And I just did random striping, so it's just whatever. I just changed color when I wanted.
I think what, once you get comfortable with the provisional cast on,
I love
opens
it.
the door for so much.
So provisional cast on, you use a different color scrap yarn, and there's different ways of doing it. I did it where you use a crochet hook alongside your needle.
Yeah, I like that one. That
very
was my
easy.
favorite.
Watch a video. It's very easy. And so you do your provisional cast on in your scrap other color yarn, just so it's easier to see.
I like using mercerized cotton
so it doesn't catch you don't get different colored threads adhering. And then you knit. So I did the provisional cast on somewhere in here. I think I did. And then you knit up, and when you're done, you go back, you take out the waste yarn and put those live stitches on your needle and just knit the other way. Provisional cast on is great if you're doing a cowl and you don't want to seam it. If it's a pattern that is better done,
it also allows you, like if it's a directional knitting, you can go back and do the other direction the other way. Yeah. So that's kind of
it's really handy. Or if you wanted to do a certain type of a hem or a border on something that required you to knit a different way, the other direction, you can do that. So
the other way I've used it too is I've used a provisional cast on and knit this part of the sweater if I'm doing like bottom up. Okay. And then because my daughter's so tall.
Oh, and then you can do whatever length you want. Yeah.
Like if I start it when she's not around, I'll do that. And then when she shows up, I'll just knit.
It is probably one of the most useful, it's a very handy tool to have in your toolkit. Learn it and
I've even done it where I wanted to do the ribbing a different color, but I forgot the color. Yeah. So I provisional cast on and went to town.
Yeah, and then do it after. Yeah. So the yarn that I used, I still have some left. I didn't use the full. I got lots of all three. I could probably do another one. I used Misty Alpaca, the Tonos worsted hand paint.
They're pretty.
Yeah. I picked these up from Heaven is Handmade. I think they were clearing them out. And I don't know if they're not available anymore or they were just going, I think they were going out of them.
Available, but in the States.
Yeah. And I think that's why they were going out of them because just when the exchange tanked a couple years ago, it really hurt businesses getting things from the States. So I picked up a bunch and oh my gosh, I should have picked up more.
That's what I make the sock hats out of.
Do you? Oh,
Yeah.
the fingering weight.
Yeah.
It's so soft, and it's
They have a
not
really pretty orange in that too.
Yeah, they've got beautiful colors. So it's not 100% alpaca. It's 50 baby alpaca, 50 merino. And so it doesn't have the really long alpaca fibers, I think, because it's the baby. But it's a blend.
Is sometimes when you do all alpaca, it tends to expand and grow.
So this shouldn't get sloppy because it's 50-50.
Cool.
Love it, love it, love it. So he's so thrilled.
He's happy.
He put it on.
That off at school for him.
Well, no, he can have it after now. He's wearing his little lighter hat now. So I finished that, loved it. That was easy. Like that, I did that in under a week. So you could do that for a Christmas gift easily. And then I did one more work sock shawl.
Hey, I know who this one's for.
This is for my friend Tammy, who saw her picture where she did one with a blue stripe. So the only thing is Tammy doesn't like the feel of wool. And even for me, the classic wool is a little scratchy against my face. It's okay, but right up against your face, it is a little scratchy because it's it's not superwash.
It's rustic. Yeah.
So I sent her some pictures of yarn choices, and we went with Red Heart Soft. So the only thing is, I blocked it, and it did calm down, but this edge still wants to curl up.
It's the nature of the beast.
I know, because it's acrylic, right? Yeah. So it's not going to lay flat. So it's not too bad. I hope you don't mind it, Tammy. If you're not happy with it, I'll make you something else in like a really nice superwash merino or something. We'll figure it out. But
actually, it's pretty nice.
It is very nice. It's very drapey.
Do you want me to model it for her?
Yeah. I'm going to have to get that in the mail. Oh, too bad I didn't have it done sooner. Ryan was just in Winnipeg last weekend. Yesterday. He could have taken it.
Where should it?
Yeah. Ta-da! Very nice. Very nice. So it's
comfy. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
I know she'll love the feel of it. So, or I can talk to Tammy because she watches us. She doesn't knit, but she does watch us.
I know, eh? Shout out to those who watch but don't win it.
Tammy's my like BFF like forever. I've known her since probably we were 6 or 7 years old. So my husband is 7 years younger than me, and one time, I don't know, we were doing something, came home, and I said, oh, I have to call Tammy. And he said, do you have to call her all the time? Like, we just got in the door, and he's, why do you have to call her all the time? And I just said,
men don't get it.
I said, I've known her longer than you've been alive. So, ixnay on the, you don't get to, that trumps everything. So.
I can't say that. That's the thing with an older husband. I can't say that.
Well, but I think I've known her longer than he's been alive. So.
Actually, it was just a couple of years ago that I was with him like, that halfway point where it was a couple of years where I realized I was like, I have been with him more than half of my life now.
We're not quite.
It was kind of like,
not quite that yet. So that's my, okay. Those are my FOs.
She's up to something and she won't tell me nothing.
I have some other FOs.
Nothing.
So because I'm going in the craft sale at DeGroote's, I'm just going to take my bags, and it's $20 a table, and I still have some knitting last year. I was doing the Outlander, the big chunky Outlander cowls.
What you got in the bag? Where's the bag?
Well, so what happened was I have all this leftover. It's like the woolies and the thick and quick, mostly acrylic, right? I have all these leftover odds and ends and balls. And
I think last year I made, was it last year that I made all those cowls for the teachers?
Yeah. Yeah, and the year before, because that's what got me in when you did the gap-tastic.
Yeah, gap-tastic.
So my husband's been bugging me to, why don't you get rid of this big tote of yarn? I'm not using it for anything now. And I just can't. Like, I can't just, I'm like, I could just do something with it.
You can't just get rid of it, right?
Right. And so I was watching Cozy Up with the Stitch and Sisters, and they do...
They're in trouble. I watched them last night.
Did you?
It's kind of fun. I like them. Hi, girls.
Hi.
Ladies. Sorry. Hi, ladies.
Ladies. I actually heard about them, watched an episode, and I went back and watched them all. So I'm all caught up. I've seen them all. Yeah. I really... It's nice to know the story. Well,
it is.
I've watched everything else, so,
I get the summary of the story.
I tell her what's going on.
We only have one TV in the house, eh?
Well, yeah.
So we can't fight with TV.
That's my me time. Like when everyone's asleep. Like, that's
3 o'clock rolls around.
I know,
and then you 70 like
so they have they have written patterns, and check them out. They're excellent. And they have a discount code for podcast watchers. And they do chunky knits, all hats, mitts, cowls, scarves, baby booty is really cute for a farmer's market. They have a little business.
Cool.
They've
Yeah,
been doing that for a while. So they were showing some of their, it was probably a few episodes ago, they were showing some of their knits because they're starting to get ready for the fall market. And they were showing hats, and they had these chunky hats, and there were a couple where they did a little bit of color work, I think, unless it was striping yarn. But I thought, oh, that's what I can do.
And so
Because what happened was a
getting
friend,
excited again.
I know,
I love it.
I just remembered the other part of the story. A friend was over, and she has really long curly hair, Danielle. And so she said, hey, could you make me one of those, messy bun, like ponytail hats?
Those holy hats?
She has like big hair. I'm like, sure, I can make one. So I thought I'll make her one with Did you peek?
I did not, but it looks pretty full.
Okay.
It looks pretty darn full in there.
Where's the first one? It is. This is the first one I made.
Nice.
It's kind of big. Like, I have a big head, and I look terrible in hats, but it's kind of big. But yeah, so I left the top, right? You can wear hats. You can model it.
Nice.
So I did that one, and it was so quick and easy. And then I kept going because I thought, I don't know what color she'll like. Yeah, nice. Nicely done, Vanna.
Thank you. Except for, these bangs sure don't work.
I did another one. Do I put that one on too?
No.
Put it on top. We'll make a stack of hats.
Here we go.
And I did another one.
Okay, that one's too small to go on top of that one.
Yeah, some of them I did smaller because that one was really big.
That's good for a little one.
And another one. This one's cute. Different colors.
Thank you for making my hair cut look half decent when it's
your hair
messy.
didn't look good. Sorry, Maggie.
No. Thank you, Maggie.
Another one.
Still looks half
So
decent.
this one, I said to Jack, come here, I want to try this on you just to see if it fits you, right?
With his hair.
So he puts it on, and he's like, oh, I love it. He's like, I want it. I'm like, well, no, you can't. I made it, like, for the sale. He's like, no, I want to keep it. I want this one. And I said, well, how about take one of these? I'll make you these other colors. No, I want this one. And I said, okay, dude, it has a hole in the head, in the top for a ponytail, so you can't keep it. So he wants one.
Oh my God, you know what? He would
like
look so funny because his curls would be like,
yeah, he needs a haircut. And I did another one.
holy mackinaw. And you know what? You'll do pretty good with these at the sale. Wow, starting to feel a little bit behind in the time.
I did this all in 4 days. They're so fast. Then I did some not ponytail, right?
Yeah, that's good.
This one's
Sounds
cute.
pretty, yeah.
And I ordered a couple of faux fur pom-poms in a few different colors, but I don't know if they'll come in time.
Okay.
But if they do, there's a brown one that would look really good on that.
Okay. I have a
This is a light bluey gray. Oh, there you can kind of see the color.
Yeah, it's pretty.
That one's pretty. And this one.
I feel very unaccomplished.
Doo-doo-doo.
That's awesome.
I
Good
was
for
going
you.
to keep going because I still have some yarn, but I have to finish some bags. So, okay,
Yeah.
I'll stop knitting. And the whole point was just to use up.
What you got, right?
Use up.
That's awesome.
I
Good
did
for
buy, the
you.
purple was a new color that I bought because it's so pretty. So that was my surprise FOs.
Holy cow.
Those are so, and I didn't use a pattern. I just did.
Maybe as you went along. Come
yeah.
here, kid, let me use your head.
Yeah, I mean, I just however many stitches. So that's why there's a couple different sizes because I was playing with stitch count, but they're all fine.
So that's it for that.
That's it for that. That's it for FOs.
Do you want to talk about works in progress? Whips?
Yes. And let's do this new one first.
Okay.
Okay. We are doing a test knit, and we just started it. It is for Cozy Up Knits. So Cozy Up with the Stitchin' Sisters are releasing a couple of new shawl patterns, and I was interested in doing. wait, let me talk about first. There's a fingering weight coming out and a worsted weight or worsted DK textured shawl. So I wanted to do the textured shawl, and I knew that would be up your alley too. So we got the pattern on the weekend from Jamie, and it's a shawl that Jamie designed. She's one of the sisters, and we started on it. So do you want to? So Lisa started last night. Did you do any work after you got home?
I've started it a couple times.
Oh, you redid it. Oh, okay.
Do you know, yeah.
You changed a few things.
No, I'm going to change it to a couple of things. I haven't changed. I tried changing the increases, which
Do you want me to show mine first?
That they don't mind you hacking their patterns. So
Yeah, I
I'm
told
okay.
her that.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind.
Yeah. So, I love the texture. I absolutely love the texture and everything, but I don't love the eyelets because
You don't love when it makes
we
holes.
each have our issues, and mine is I don't like it if it's not even. Do you know what I mean? If it doesn't,
You like a flat fabric, or
right?
solid.
So that's like I said, we all have our issues.
Yeah. It's not an issue. It's just a preference.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I started mine in a DK weight. I picked up vintage, Barocco vintage DK, and in this cream color. And I was knitting it, and I went down a needle size even from what they suggested. And I was knitting it on I was going to do it on a 4. Well, there isn't gauge because right? And everyone's different. But I was knitting it on a 4, and then I thought, this is like a fingering weight shawl, and I wanted something thicker. So, and what happened was oh no, this was this yarn. Right. Yeah. So I switched to this guy. Diamond Luxury Pure Wool Superwash, because I don't want it to be scratchy against my face.
No, that stuff's actually really nice.
I picked this up at Heaven is Handmade on Saturday afternoon after realizing that I didn't want to knit it in the Barocco Vintage DK.
Because that's what I made that big sweater that went to Serbia.
This. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really... I actually have a whole bag of that at home to make it again.
So it feels okay in the ball. It feels like wool. It's not the softest superwash, but it's not scratchy. It's nice. So I'm knitting it, and I probably had about as much done as you had.
It has very nice stitch definition,
it felt coarse. And I'm thinking, this feels like, it felt like Red Heart Super Saver, like the big, Brillo pad stuff. So I stopped, paused, and did a swatch and washed it. And yeah, it's nicer.
Amazing what a difference
it's nicer,
makes, right?
Yeah.
So
and I think it was just, especially
nice.
the seed stitch, because seed stitch is kind of rough feeling. The seed stitch is much softer. So
I like it because it gives you pretty good stitch definition as well. Right?
And then this also gives me an idea of gauge too. Although I did go down 0.5 millimeters. So I think the pattern recommends a 6, and I'm on a 4.5. I was using a 5, and I did the gauge swatch on the 5. And when it was wet, it was like it's got lots of room, and it's drapey. So I knew I could go.
I think when it comes to a shawl with this, you have to go with the fabric that you like.
Yeah. Right? And
like
I wanted a good worsted. So I'm a little further ahead than Lisa. I'll show you the good side. So we are allowed to show this. We did confirm. So there's a seed stitch edge. It's top down. I believe with this one we can say the shape, but you might be able to guess. And it's going to be all different textures. So there's seed stitch, stocking stitch. This is a really interesting repeat in here. Excuse me. It's really fun to knit. And then there's I'm into some garter rows right now. Okay. The center spine, this is the part that you changed. So there's yarn overs on each side of the center spine. And I'm okay with it. I like the size of the eyelet that it's making. So Lisa changed it. And are you just doing...
I haven't changed it yet.
You're going to redo it.
And do it again.
Yeah.
I did try doing the make one right, make one left. Yeah. I did that, and I liked that better than the eyelets. But then it didn't go so well with the middle portion where it's like pearl, knit pearl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I won't show you up close, but it's a little bit of a different center.
Nice. And it's very nice.
I haven't knit anything like this before,
so I looked at yours, and it's really nice.
It suits it.
But it would drive
It's not you.
Yeah,
so, and they're okay. No, they're okay
love
with
it. I love the different...
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're okay with making variations, and they do it themselves on patterns. So I'm doing good progress on that.
Okay, very cool.
I think her plan is to release the pattern on December 1st.
Gotta get to work.
I don't know if they're doing a knit along.
I don't know. I can't remember.
I don't know if they're doing a knit along for this one. I think they're going to do a knit along for Sarah's shawl, which is a 3-color fingering weight shawl. And they're going to release... No, wait. They're going to do a mystery knit along starting January 1, I think. Maybe that one's the mystery one. Watch their podcast. They have great patterns, and... Yeah, so watch their podcast, keep an eye on them, follow them on Instagram for updates and details, because they are doing a mystery knit along in January.
You know what I like about their podcast, though? Is you kind of get an idea of what it's like to grow up in a big family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like it kind of makes me laugh.
Well, it's real.
It's fun. It's
real. Like sometimes the kids are there, and grandma comes in, and their aunt pops in, and they all live in or close to the same town where they grew up. And it's neat. So I love that podcast, and that's a new one I'm watching.
Okay, so...
And I love their patterns.
Okay,
so that's our test knit. What else are you working on?
I am working on... I am pretty proud of myself. I know I didn't get them done, but
You're doing good.
I'm doing pretty good considering. But I did this Vanilla is the New Black.
Yeah.
And it's really
It's different.
it's different, but it's once you get it, it's like, oh,
So it
wait
is a
second here.
heel.
Well,
It's not a
basically,
flap. It's an inline heel. It's really neat.
it's really neat. So basically, there's the heel, the back of the heel.
So you don't do a flap that hangs down.
You do this increase.
You do this in here.
Increases, yeah.
And then there's a bit of a cup. Short rows?
Yeah. Well, short rows.
And there's no,
short rows
because you don't do that flap that hangs down longer than your...
There's no picking up.
There's no picking up along the gusset.
These have been, so far, these have been super quick.
Interesting.
And you know what?
It would be quick.
To try them on, like, I looked at them, I'm like, I don't get it. Because I'm halfway through going, I don't get it, I don't get it, I don't get it. But then it's
You
like,
just kept following the pattern.
Oh, wait a second here.
Okay.
So when you actually try it on.
Did you manipulate the colors? Because look, you're knitting along.
Uh-huh. No, I didn't.
You do this. And look here. It all joins back up perfectly.
No, I didn't mean to. I didn't do that on
That
purpose.
just
but
happened?
boy, I'm good.
That just happened?
That just happened. Let's see if it happened on the other one, because you know I don't match my socks.
Oh
my gosh,
pretty much
it
did.
too.
Look at this. So
That's kind of, this is the
this
top.
way. Where the hole is. Well, I guess there's still a hole in this. So you came down, you do this, and look, it kind of matched back up again.
That's kind of cool, eh?
Really good.
So yeah,
Really
kind
nice.
of. I recommend trying it.
I have.
I love it so much, and it. When you put it on, because when you look at it, I'm thinking, that looks kind of weird. It looks kind of big.
It looks really big across the instep.
But it's my dad, right?
Oh, okay. It's a man's sock.
It's a man's sock.
So it's a bigger sock.
Don't ever knit men's socks. They're like,
They take
it's like
so
10
much-
inches
they take so
long.
long. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Neat.
Yeah, so I'm really happy with that. I have
Okay.
the Vanilla's New Black vanilla reversed.
Which is
I might try that one, just because that one
Learn
was
a new
so
trick.
easy, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'd like to make this in my size.
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay. You've got some sock yarn. You've got some of Adrian's yarn. Well, I know you have a lot of other sock yarn.
Sock yarn. I've
I've been working slowly because I have other things on the go on Jack's Christmas socks. I'm just
like
doing
chunky hats.
and starting new shawls. I'm just going to do it ribbed for the leg because he's got tiny
That's
little
nice.
skinny legs.
I know he does. He's got little
And
skinny feet too.
There's lots of stretch, so I'm going to just do, and I'll probably do it like a lot of the socks he normally wears. So I won't do it too much longer, maybe another inch, and then the foot.
What color are the toes?
This is
Oh, I love it.
Cozy Knitter, and it's called You've Been Elfed. So it comes with this green mini to do.
I like that one. It's cute.
I didn't do the cuffs different, but you can do heels, toes,
and cuffs.
I think there's enough for heels, toes, and cuffs. I haven't done all three, so I don't know for sure. But I have quite a bit left from my socks, the other ones that I did. There's a bit left in the ball, so yeah.
Very cool.
And this is a smaller sock too, so I'll have lots. So that's when I bought two of them, so that's why I have one to show you how it looks. And then this was cool. I showed this last time. I tried to do a hand wound gobstopper ball because I think they look so cool. It's okay. It's not the best job. And so I've been working on that. I mean, I have other stuff I haven't touched in a while. And then I've been doing a little more work. These might, sorry Patty, these, I don't know if she watches, but I do pick up and work on it once in a while. Another pair of yoga socks for Patty.
How many are you at so far?
I've sent her two. So this is still the first of the third pair. I know, but I have to make some more stuff for Christmas yet.
Yep.
And like time is flying.
Don't talk to me about it.
Yeah. So that was all I had to show for whips. And you know what we didn't do yet? The knit along winners.
We didn't.
You want to do that now?
Okay.
Okay. So we had two knit alongs that were supposed to end at the end of October. Do you want to do, I've got the pages open, so if you want to do the random
I'll do
number.
random.
Okay. I'll just talk about it. So we,
What are the numbers from what to what?
okay, I'll check in a second.
Okay.
We had two knit alongs going. One was this October one, and the other one was the fall shawl knit along.
Yeah.
So we were supposed to end those at the end of October, and I think you were going to try and finish your socks.
I was going to try.
So we extended the deadline. So there was another
I got 2 shawls
another
done.
week on it. So we closed it last week, and we were going to podcast right after last week, but then life and sick kids and
Girl child
stuff.
home.
Yeah. So we didn't. So
The
we're doing
girls
it
stayed
today.
home.
Okay, so let me open up. I closed them.
Oh no!
Okay, I'll pause this briefly and we'll go and
Stop.
take a moment to reopen everything. Okay, so we're back. So I have let's do the sock one first.
Okay.
Okay.
And what are we drawing for?
We said any sock pattern on Ravelry of your choice valued up to $10 Canadian.
Canadian. Okay.
So you just need to let us know what pattern you want.
Actually, if you let me know, I'll take
You
care
can
of it.
you can
Yeah, I'll
buy
do
it
that.
and gift it.
Basically gift
Send it to them. Okay.
So let me know.
Okay.
All right.
So we had
2 to 30.
No, that's the shawl. Sock
2 to
is
28.
2 to 28.
Hey Siri, can I have a number random between 2 and 28?
That would be 30.
No,
No.
30.
No, it can't be 30 because 2 and 28. She just added it.
Do over.
Siri, can I have a random number between 2 and 28?
12.
12.
Oh, it's probably on page 1. Whoops.
Oh. That's very fast.
Way too far. 15, 13, 12. And it is Shell T8. Who we don't know her yet. Like we haven't conversed with her before. Shell T8 does not have her
Name listed.
real name, but we'll put the name up on the screen. And she's from Alliston, Ontario. Cool. And she's, that's awesome. Congratulations, Shell T8.
Yay! Okay, so the other one?
And the other one, I gotta
The
flip to that
shawl.
page, is the shawl. This one was 2 to 30.
Yeah. Can I have a random number between 2 and 30?
It happened January 1st.
I did an update, can you tell?
Oh.
Hey Siri, can I have a random number between 2 and 30?
It's 15.
15.
Is that the same as the other one?
That's, yeah.
Was the other one 15?
No, the other one was 12.
All right. 15. Trace 44. Oh, Tracy. Tracy from, she was at the tailgate party.
Yay!
From-
Can I see a picture? Oh, I know who it is. She's in Bala.
Bala. That's it. I was going to say Boho. No, it's not Boho. Bala.
No,
Bala,
she's got
Ontario.
boho style from Bala.
Congratulations, Tracy. This is so
Yay.
exciting. We know you. We've met you.
Yeah, she's,
I'll post them on Instagram in a couple days. I just want to give people a chance to watch the podcast and
find out who won.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, it's her Jujui. It's
Very
a Hohi
cool.
Locatelli pattern.
Very good. That one's pretty too.
Yeah. Okay. Nice work, guys. So congratulations,
Good job.
everyone.
Yay! Good job.
And what does she win?
Oh, there's a good question.
Well, Pat, she
Oh,
wins a shawl size bag. I think it's actually quite big.
It's kind of nice. I like it. I
Yeah.
like that it's not
It's my
too
new,
kitschy Christmas.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's
not too
very
cutesy.
elegant and sophisticated.
Serious.
Unlike me.
Serious Christmas. So this is my new Christmas pattern. So I have more of these to
What's
make this
inside?
week.
I
It
know
has,
a weird
it has
one.
I got new snowflake. Can you see it? There's a snowflake.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, a little snowflake.
Very cool.
And if you're new to us, I do an extra ring so you can use it as a stitch marker as well for up to about a 6mm needle.
I'm dying to see
And on
what's
the
inside. Stop making me.
inside-
Oh, I love it.
And it's got, no, you can't,
Snowflake.
it's actually, it's silver. Whoops.
Oh, it is too.
Is it
Look
picking
at
up?
that.
There's actually some sparkle to it.
Very cool.
As well as there's sparkle on, you can kind of see it there, the
Very
silver
cool.
lines. It's really pretty fabric. So this mother, like, let's see how much yarn can we put in here. I happen to have some yarn sitting
Here, I have a
here.
couple of shawls.
Oh, okay. Let's stick a shawl in there. So if you were working on
Let's stick
a
another
worsted weight shawl, oh, you could, it's half full. Look,
Here, wanna
you
put
could
another one?
totally fit the shawl and your yarn. So that was the plan, was for the shawl knit along.
There you go.
Lots of room. And it has the strap. Get these out of here.
I'm getting
So
beat up.
congratulations, Trace. Tracy, I need your address, and I will get that in the mail to you. And yeah, that's that. Okay.
Perfect.
We talked about whips. Oh, what are you planning on knitting next?
I don't know.
Don't know yet.
I have a bunch of
I have
stuff I
Christmas
want to
stuff to
finish.
knit.
I want to finish. We were talking about knit-alongs.
Well, we're
going to take...
We have this test knit to do now
Yeah,
because
we have
we
to
have to finish
knit,
that.
but there's other things. I've
Yeah.
got tons of stuff that I have to finish.
Oh right, knit-alongs. Okay, so I am planning on doing the Free or Fade. I want to do it with Caroline from Fiber Friends podcast, and you want to do it too.
I want
or
to
you
do-
want to do Find Your Fade.
I want to do Find Your Fade, but I'm all
I
up
think
for
we're
Free
going to
or
hold
Fade.
off till after Christmas to start that.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that more, and our.
Yep.
I'm still deciding on colors, and yeah. But we are doing a new knit along December 1st. Now this is in conjunction with numerous podcasters. So it was started by the Fiber Friends in London.
Those troublemakers.
And it's going to be a pattern from a Canadian Afghan A. So we talked about this. We were the podcast debut of this pattern book.
Yay!
A few episodes back. I don't remember exactly which
Chrissy,
number.
yeah,
It talks about an Afghan in the title of the episode. Yeah. So our friends
Kristen Gladys.
Christy Poolman and Gladys Ottens from Sarnia wrote this pattern book.
I know. Which one are you gonna do?
I don't know yet.
Oh, I know.
It is hot. Like they were on their second printing, I think about 2 weeks after they put it out.
It's doing really
They're
well.
now they have other retailers across or yarn shops selling it across Ontario and Canada. And it is a compilation of different Canadian designs. So
and it's squares.
yeah.
Or you can
Squares
do it
or
as
rectangles. Some
one.
of them
Or
are a
you
little
can do it
bigger.
like
So
all
there
one.
is, an owl, a salmon, I can't see that, beaver, polar bear, Parliament Building, the Rocky Mountains, a totem,
wheat,
blue nose, a tree, a tree, like a evergreen, hockey,
rig,
oil rig,
igloo, because we all live in those.
What's that one?
I don't know.
Oh, it's a lighthouse. Lighthouse, a loony, an Inukshuk,
A.
the Canada 150 symbol,
I like that one, Canada.
the word Canada. There's a flag, and my favorite, the Mountie.
Mountie's
so-
pretty big, eh? He'd almost be like a European.
Uh-oh.
Like,
Eyelash crisis. Okay. Honestly. So. What? So you know what I'm thinking? So I'm trying to put these things. Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt this beautiful. We will come back to this. I'm putting these things on, and I'm having trouble like getting them. So I'm thinking, I'll use tweezers. The tweezers are metal, so of course it doesn't come up. Like it's stuck to the tweezers. Okay, so that doesn't work. And then I was thinking, if I put my glasses on, I think they're mostly plastic. But what if you put metal frame glasses on? You're gonna have like eyelashes like flying off. No, they're not quite that strong, but okay. I think it was just like dust in my eye. So back to this pattern book. I'm so sorry for interrupting because this is a beautiful pattern book and we don't mean to do it any disservice. The entire book, it's got little Canadian trivia about each pattern, each design, and it is fully written and fully charted. Yep. So if you're a chart person, go nuts. If you have never tried charting,
it's kind of nice because if you've never tried charting, you can read charting. You can see them side by side.
Yeah,
the way it's set up. So,
right.
Yeah.
So this is a good way to try charting.
Yeah.
Because if you're having trouble understanding the chart, you can go back and look at that row in the written instructions. They have a stitch key. It tells you everything you need to know. There's a little story about them at the back. And it's just a wonderful
It's an amazing book.
There are 22 different designs in here.
Yep.
Okay, so you get the book, and I think it's way underpriced. It's great value. It'd be a great Christmas gift for someone. But if you get the book, you can do any of these. People are doing them as pillows.
You could do them as pillows. You can actually do them in a sweater.
You could put it on a sweater.
Yeah.
And you could do it like it's all one color, so it's just different stitches that make up the pattern.
Yep.
So, Fiber Friends, a couple of them anyways, wanted to do the A.
I think all three of them are doing A.
And I think they're going to do pillows.
Yeah.
So you could do one design on one side of the pillow, another design on the other side. So they decided to do knit along. Gladys and Christy have released the A pattern as a separate PDF on Ravelry. So you can buy just that one. That is the only one they're releasing as a single pattern at this time. I don't think they have any plans in the near future, like maybe in a year or two. But for right now, they're just selling the full pattern book. And like I said, it's amazing value. So the Fiber Friends have put a call out to, or they've contacted different podcasters across Canada, and they want to try and have people running a simultaneous knit along across the country. I think they want to get a representative from each province if they can. So they do have My Two Tips in BC is doing it. We are doing it as well. Yep. I forget the name of the podcaster, but there is someone on the East Coast doing it. And I think Northern Knits Podcast, which is an audio podcast, Two Girls in Winnipeg, I think they're going to do it. And there are more we're waiting to hear on that are going to come on board. So we'll start December 1st to the end of February. So you have lots of time. I think if you're doing a pillow, I think it says in here, I don't know exactly how much yardage you need but we can find that out. Just like per side. I think you can get one side for sure out of like a skein of Cascade 220. Yep. Probably. And then, so maybe two, one to do the front, one to do the back. If you use that yarn, you could do it in the classic wool. You could do it in the yarn I'm using. You could do it in anything. You can do it in acrylic. I think because of the detail on these motifs though.
You have to pick something that has a very good stitch definition. Yeah.
So I would probably go with at least like a wool. A superwash would be fine, right? But even a 50-50, you might be okay depending on the yarn. Some of them feel more acrylic-y than others, even though they're all 50-50. But I think
your eyelashes are falling off on this side. Sorry.
No, they're the same.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just how they look.
Okay. Sorry.
Are you worried they're going to like
jump
out and get you?
I just can't stop looking at your eyelashes.
If it starts hanging off, then tell me. We'll pause. I'm not a glamour queen. So we recommend you use a wool or a superwash wool.
But do a swatch. If there's something you want to use,
do a swatch with a few different stitches. Do some pearls.
The only person that has to be happy with it is you, right? Yeah.
And you're going to want to block it out to really bring out that pattern. So more to come on that. We will talk about it again on our next podcast, and we'll set up the Ravelry thread closer to. Although I don't know if you have to start after December 1st. I would, for us, if you want to start sooner, if you have the book already.
We should give everybody a chance to get their Christmas knittings. Yeah.
But we'll open the thread December 1st. Okay. Yeah. And in our thread, so different podcasters are going to do probably their own knit along thread, I'm assuming. You can double dip. So if you do the A, you can enter that with the Fiber Friends. And they're also doing any pattern. You don't have to do just the A. Yeah. You can do any one you want. So you can enter with them, you can enter with us, and if other podcasters are allowing double dipping, and I'm assuming they are, you can enter across Canada. Wow. And we don't care what design you do. And if you do more than one, you get one. With us, you're going to get one entry per square or per design that you choose. I mean, the Mountie's huge. The Mountie's a big one, but it's beautiful. So, but you could put these on a sweater. They'd be cute on a kid's sweater. I like the idea of pillows. Yeah, so that's our next KAL. That's about it for knitting we've done. We have some upcoming events. Oh, well, let's talk about outings we've had. So last week I had Lisa and Gladys and Christy and our friend Barb over for knitting and lunch. We used to do that.
We used to do it all the time.
We used to do it like almost weekly, like early last year or early this year, at the beginning of the year. And then life, summer, life got busy. But I made some soup and threw some bread in the oven, and they came over and just knit.
It was good.
Had some lunch.
It was yum soup.
So I think I Instagrammed a picture of that, but I'll throw a picture up in our slideshow at the end. On Friday, I was out at my son's school, which is just outside Sarnia in the country. So I was already part way, or most of the way, to Country
now we're
Yarns.
making excuses. You were just going out anyway.
I wanted to go to Country Yarns. So I went over to Country Yarns, which is just out in the country between Sarnia and Petrolia. And
Do you have any vegetables left?
no, in the summer, like she's on a farm, and the shop is sort of at the back of their house. And in the summer, they sell produce from their gardens, and they have a little veggie cart, and it's very good. It's not chemically sprayed or anything. And oh my gosh, she makes relish and pickles. She makes awesome homemade relish, which is the only kind of relish. I love relish, but I won't eat the artificial green stuff from the store.
She makes like zucchini.
Oh, she makes such good relish.
relish
So she had some relish, so I bought some relish.
She often does in the fall. Like she'll have it on the counter and stuff.
Yeah.
She has her sale on.
She has a sale on, which was kind of the whole point of this detour. So she has, it is yarn related. She has her sale on.
Actually,
and
it's codependent knitter related. It's yarn, food, yarn, food.
Yeah. It is her 21st anniversary, so it is 21% off everything in the store. Everything. Needles. She has a really nice selection. She's got all kinds of needles. She's got some Knitter's Pride. She's got some
Come on, ladies, I'll race you there.
I think she has some Highs. She's got odds and ends of all kinds of stuff. So needles are 21% off. I looked at all the stitching stuff because I just started the cross-stitching.
I remember that. You wrote something about that.
I didn't find anything there I liked, but she does have cross-stitching supplies. DMC, she's got tapestry wool. So if you're into stitching craft, I don't know if she has it all on her website, but you can phone her up and she'll ship, she can ship stuff to you. Yeah. She does a lot of mail order stuff, especially for the stitching, because you don't find a lot of stitching stores anymore, right? She's got some pieces of fabric left too, like different, for the stitching, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So 21% off, and she has some yarns on sale, and then she takes I thought,
nice.
I was blown away because she took the 21% off the sale price. So I picked up. That's where I got the Barocco Vintage because she's going out of it. Mm-hmm. But I picked up some Debbie Bliss, the baby Cashmerino.
Yeah. The colors are nice.
Yeah, they're really nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I picked up some of that actually to make a shawl with eventually. And it was just a stupid price because of the sale. So the sale's on for this week. So hopefully you watch this in time. And if you're in this area, you go out to see her. And check her website or phone her if you want but I think she's got them updated on her website, her hours, because I don't know if she's open on Monday and Tuesday. But the sale's on up to this weekend, like including Saturday the 18th.
Nice.
Yeah, and she has a really nice yarn shop. She has a really nice selection of all kinds of things. I went to last weekend. Christy texted me, and she was at their church bazaar just down the road. West London United. So I just went over to see her, and she was there with the Out of Control spinners.
They're always fun. I like church bazaars.
It was a small one, but it was nice. Yeah, and I took my knitting, of course, and I just pulled up a chair and sat and knit with her for half an hour and visited.
It's a great place for people to watch too.
Yeah, I was there right before it ended, in the last hour, so it was slowed down. But it was nice to sit and chat with her. So she's a member of the Out of Control spinners. Mm-hmm. And so they do spinning and knitting, and they are primarily alpaca users. Christy used to raise alpacas, and I think her friend Elaine has some of them now. Mm-hmm. So related to that, I should talk about first though what I bought from her. I wasn't planning on buying much after the two big yarn shows, right? I've got lots right now, but they have these cute little needle felted gnomes. Oh, that's the back of him. That's his bum. Isn't he cute? Is he missing an eye? Oh no, that's his nose. You can't see his eyes. Cute, hey? He's just on a little, it's like a piece of, yeah. The little felted gnome. So I have a little gnome. He's going to go up on my shelf. And they also are dyeing some yarns. So they're
dyeing blanks.
Yeah, they dye the blanks.
And then
they skein them. So they match. They dye them to match, and they skein them in two smaller skeins. So if you do socks,
they actually do them two at a time. when they
Yeah.
knit the blanks, they do it too.
Oh, double.
They do it double so that when they rip it apart, they're the
The
exact
dye's
same.
in the exact same spot.
Yeah.
And then they skein them up in 2 skeins for you. So if you want to make socks, I thought this was kind of Christmassy. It's pinks and greens. Really cute. So this is actually superwash merino nylon 80/20.
Nice.
And about 200 yards per, so you get this full size.
Full sock.
Yeah. So I
Nice.
thought that was really cute. And related to that, so we are invited. It's in 2 weeks. The Black Ash Acres, which is an alpaca farm.
Oh, I like the last word right there.
Bake table. So Black Ash Acres is having a Christmas open house.
They have one every year. I've never been. I
do-
want to
neither
go,
have I.
but
Well, I told them I'm coming, so you have to
Okay.
come with me. I want to do a little video that we can put in our next podcast. It is Saturday, November 25th, 10 to 4. I will put the details in a photo at the end of our podcast, so if you want the details, and I'll also put it on Instagram or message us. 10 to 4 on Courtright Line on the way to Oil Springs. It's just outside Oil Springs. They are going to have, you can go and meet the alpacas.
and be
They
careful.
have-
They spit.
Yeah, but I was
They
asking
don't
them about
normally.
that. I was
Really?
asking them about that. Yep. And theirs are pretty good. They had one that when she had her baby, didn't like anyone coming near the baby that would spit at them. But theirs are very good. They don't normally spit.
It just makes me laugh.
I know.
Not like a camel.
Well, they're related. And they're so cute. Alpacas are so cute.
I like it when they get shaved and they got that hair. Do you know what I mean?
Well, some have the curly, and so they raise the alpacas and they process the yarn or the fiber, get it spun into yarn, spin it, knit with it. So they have a gift shop with pre-made knitted goods, yarn. I mean,
Yarn?
well, if you
Did you
don't
say
have
there's
time,
yarn?
there's yarn.
I'll be
I mean,
there.
if you're not a knitter and you want to go check it out and you want some hand knit gifts for Christmas gifts, you can do that. Or if you don't have time to knit them all. They will be doing spinning demonstrations. They're going to be doing, she said they're going to do it. If you want, they can do, it's like at any time, like do a demonstration. They'll show you the whole process, like from like a fleece and the whole process to get it to yarn.
I think they're drag racing on your street. Did you not hear that?
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. There's still construction next door.
No,
so
it was drag racing.
I have to clear my throat.
But yeah, I think it'll be fun. I'd like to try it.
Oh, and Goliath and Christy will be there with their Canadian and Afghan book. And a bake table. So, yeah.
Big table.
Lots of fun. So I wanted to go, and hopefully you can come with me.
Yeah.
And we can take the kids. They might like seeing the alpacas. And then I wanted to do a little video of it all, and then we'll put it in our next podcast.
Okay, cool.
So Black Ash Acres Christmas Open House. Hope you can make it if you're in this area. And that is
That's it. Because you already talked
It.
about the DeGroot sale this weekend.
I did.
Can't wait.
Yeah, if you're in Sarnia, the Winter Wonderland Christmas craft sale at DeGroot's. So DeGroot's is, for people that don't know, DeGroot's is a
nursery.
greenhouse, a big one, and it's
They
just
do a lot of social events though.
they do. It's just around the corner from my house, and they have a lovely tea house in the back with really nice lunch, and a gift shop, and in the off season all winter they do a lot of special events. Just if you're around town, it's a big sale. Like they actually have quite a few people in there, and I was in it last year, and I'll be there again with bags and
I'll come
some of my chunky knits. You
I'll
can
come see
come
you.
sit and knit with me.
I don't know if I can come sit and knit with you.
Shop update. I showed you. I do have 2 other coordinating prints that are very similar, and so this is the fabric I'm working on this week. I want to get more done. I'm going to be closing my Etsy shop for the weekend, just so that I can take everything
to get
the sale.
busy.
I have, and then I have some other really cute fabric that is it's a secret. The stuff I showed you the other day.
Ooh, I like
Yeah,
that stuff.
but I want to do the seasonal ones first. So I have to get those going. I'm going to try and do some cinch pouches, right?
Oh, yeah, your
Drawstring
drawstring.
pouches.
Very cool.
And I think I'm going to do some with snaps instead of zippers along the top. Not the big sweater or shawl size, but my regular size. I'm going to do some with snaps. So, if you're working with a yarn that you don't want to zip into it, like especially if you're doing a mohair or something, Then it just has some snap closures across the top. And you can also you can snap it closed, but still have your yarn coming out. So if you're knitting, you don't have to worry about your bag falling open. She wrote me a note here.
No, ask me later.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to be trying some different things. Watch on Instagram for updates.
I love the updates.
And well, I haven't been sewing, so this is my week. I have to get sewing. Once we're done.
So we're not doing lunch after this?
Yeah, we're gonna do lunch. Okay. I still have soup left. Of course. We just ate last night. Gotta eat again.
I know that was good though.
Yeah, she brought Indian food over. Oh.
Yeah.
If you ever come to Sarnia, so
do you know what? I haven't ordered from them for a long time because I've been trying to watch what I eat, and it's a situation of no one else in my family likes it, right? And they give you such a huge portion, and she says, "Why don't you come over?" I'm like, "Oh, I found someone I can share Indian with."
I know.
So
my husband's out of town. Hers is out of town.
So I asked her, "Do you want to bring Indian? Do you want me to bring do you want your own for leftovers, or can we share one?" And she says, "We share." Bummed out.
So we're talking about. We haven't even said Satara.
Yeah,
which is one of
I did say Satara.
3 Indian restaurants in Sarnia, and they're all good. Yeah. Actually, I haven't been to one, but I've heard it's very good. Yeah. But Satara I think was one of the first ones, and we love their butter chicken, and they also have very good chicken korma if you like that.
Yeah.
And
their chai is always good.
Mm-hmm.
And he's always so happy.
And they're very nice,
so
lovely people.
Yep.
So that's one of our favorite places to get takeout. So what I was going to say is, talking about Sarnia, there's some 3 Indian restaurants. There's some wonderful restaurants here in town. And
burger trucks. The burger trucks are good.
And the burger truck. The Fiber Friends are now raving fans of Burger Rebellion, which is a year-round burger truck here in Sarnia. And because it's just truck, they have, you can do takeout, but they will send their food to half a block away. There's a local craft brewery called the Refined Fool. So those are all great places to visit. Refined Fool has Stitch and Sip on Sundays. Mm-hmm. We have 3 stores with yarn in and close to Sarnia.
Yeah. 3 apparently is our lucky number.
3? What?
3 Indian restaurants.
3 places to buy yarn. So, if you're nearby, or if you're in Michigan and want to do a day trip, you guys get a good deal right now if you're from the States. It's a nice place to come for a visit, and let us know, and we'd love to meet up with you and sit and knit if you come to town, and we can take you around to the yarn shops. Mm-hmm. And it's a lot of fun. That's it.
I'll see you until next time.
Yeah.
Take care.
Talk
Keep
to you soon.
knitting.
Bye. Okay, what's a pie man?
From Sesame Street. Remember the guy would count cake? He'd count, and then the cake guy would come out, and he'd have the big hat, and then he'd be falling and tripping.
There's one more. It's gonna fall over. Okay. Wait. Ow! You're pushing my head.
I'm trying.